So Ninja's the gym bro today. Fixing his shoulders. You look like a bit of a gym bro, ain't you? Doing all your curls, you and Das. What do you reckon? Nah.
I don't do too many curls.
You know what they say, Ninja?
Curls get the girls, eh?
G'day guys, it's Jason and Ninja here. Today we're doing a treatment on armpit.
Whoa.
So all the muscles that attach into the armpit and around that area. So we're going to go through subscap, pec minor, lats, teres, so all that sort of stuff. So gym bros, if you're struggling with some shoulder pain, doing some pressing, or even desk workers, if you're sitting there, you're getting tight and sore in your neck and shoulders, it could actually be coming from all these muscles under here. So if you are new to our channel, remember to like and subscribe, then you can get constant updates of videos and how you can actually fix your pain, whether you come and see a practitioner, or we do give exercise content as well where you can rehab yourself from home, or go in and do some body work from home yourself. So today we're addressing Ninja's armpit area, so all the muscles in here. So we're going to start off with the favourite one is subscap. So this is an internal rotator of the shoulder, so coming in that way. So this can quite often restrict if people are trying to do overhead press up here and you're really sort of feeling a bit of a pinch, maybe up in the top of the shoulder. Sometimes, yes, it can be pain coming from up here, but it can also be actually, if it's really anchored down in this armpit, this top of the shoulder is actually trying to really work hard. It's almost like a tug of war pulling against the shoulder. This is overworking to try and pull up because all this is anchoring it down, okay? So if you've had this area worked constantly and it's sort of getting a little bit better but not fully clearing up, then this might be the area that you need to have addressed. So we're slowly sinking in there. You can also get some pretty nasty referral patterns from this subscap area that does refer out into sort of that deltoid area. So that's a pretty nasty one in there. How are you feeling there, Ninja? You're keeping
really
a pretty
good.
straight face there. You're doing well.
Good, actually.
So a little bit when we open out that way.
I feel like some lat as well is involved, and just feeling little referrals into my arm and like a little nervy thing going down.
Yeah, there can quite often be some little nervy sort of hot spots in through here. So we are taking our time sort of moving in there. We're not just going straight in, hell for leather, straight away, because it is a pretty sensitive spot. So yeah, we just take our time, identify where the spots are. So sometimes you can feel like a little ball of tension under there, so we're trying to identify where that is, or you can just feel a lot of like resistance in the muscle tissue there, so we're just holding and waiting. Hopefully you can see in there, Leo, maybe if you come down and get a good angle in here so you can see where we're going. So this is like the edge of Ninja's ribs there, so I'm angling in, hitting the ribs, and then I can also push down now towards the table. All right, so that's going to hit a different spot there. I can now angle a bit more up, and there feels like there's something there for Ninja. So I can just do a little bit of passive, so shorten that muscle so it can actually allow me to hit it even a bit more. And then I can slowly start to externally rotate, which is going to try and lengthen that tissue. And you can sort of feel where there might be a bit of a block that comes up when you are getting out into that spot. So yeah, really struggling with that overhead press movement, or even a bench press can be contributed to this muscle. How's your bench been feeling, Ninja? You getting strong? Getting there?
No, I've been a little bit weaker.
Oh, no.
Just lately.
Yeah.
I was doing a couple of week cleanse. But
oh, yeah, you didn't have any fuel in your body.
I feel like it'll come back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Monday I was only 2 days
back into it.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, I feel like, I know from experience that I'll be better from the clean out. You actually feel,
fresh vessel to start the year with.
Yeah, you actually got a lot more energy, and you can put that into your training. So, yeah, more efficient.
Yeah, nice.
I haven't got the stuff in me, but was blocking me up, so cleaned it out.
So we're not really moving around a lot when we're in here. It's a bit like when we treat the hip flexors. If you've seen the videos that we do down here through the abdomen, we sort of more move the hip and the leg because it's a bit of an uncomfortable area to actually do some sort of strokes through. So it's more just a pin and then some active or passive movement there where we can generate some actual length through the tissues. So once we're happy that we've released there, we slowly come out. We make sure that we clip our fingernails before we do this treatment. Otherwise you really gouge some people. So now we're going to move in more to pec minor. So again, coming off the rib cage out into the shoulder there, attaches into the part of the scapula that comes through the front of the shoulder. So we're really trying to hit the rib attachment at the moment. And again, we can start to move around the shoulder. Sometimes if we bring it up, we can feel it sort of pop up into our thumb. Sometimes you want to lengthen it back down. So again, as I mentioned at the start, like desk workers, if you're sitting and you're hunched and working out in front of your desk all day like this, these muscles can get short and tight, pull you into that rounded posture. So all this is going to help to unwind that. So yes, it's not just your pecs that are pulling you forward. Sometimes it's your lats, because the lats are such a big muscle, but they actually wrap around and attach onto the inside of the bicep sort of area there, so they can pull the arm in this way. So if you've got big gorilla arms where your knuckles are facing forward like this, sometimes it's actually these big lat muscles that you need to open up and allow that shoulders to turn back out. Again, you can get some pretty nasty referral patterns from pec minor. There we go.
Good one.
Yeah. So it's a lot of just sort of slowly moving around in this area, trying to hit different angles, different spots. You might think you're on a good spot, and then you just slightly lift up or change your angle, and then you hit the actual spot and you get a reaction a bit like ninja and go, oh yep, that feels a bit more on it. So it's always asking for feedback. As a practitioner, if you're the client, I'm asking, like, is that replicating your pain? Does that feel relevant to you? If there's nothing there, then we sort of move on from that spot. It's telling us information that, okay, I don't need to worry about that area. Doesn't necessarily mean it hasn't done anything. It means we've sort of ruled that spot out, that it's probably not contributing to your pain or your dysfunction. So sometimes not necessarily finding the painful spot isn't the worst thing. It means you just, rule that muscle out, rule that area out, and then you move on and go to the next one. Little flick in there. So we're finding that little tendon. Yeah, we're just going to pin that one. And if we just let that close a bit more, we can get a bit deeper. That feels a bit more like it for Ninja. Any referral pain there?
Yeah, I think this is going to be really good for that front of my shoulder that I've had.
Yeah, so Ninja's had a little bit of that deltoid, sort of bicep tendon-y type pain.
It feels like it's associated, it hasn't been worked.
Yeah,
so you've
had a bit of work through that deltoid and that bicep tendon area.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ninja's the gym bro today. Fixing his shoulders. You look like a bit of a gym bro, ain't you? Doing all your curls, you and Das. What do you reckon? Nah.
I don't do too many curls.
You know what they say, Ninja?
Curls get the girls, eh?
Really... You're focusing on tries, are you?
Yeah. Me and Farnsey.
Got your regular bench press session on a Thursday?
Yeah.
Is it still in the diary? You might have to put it back in.
Yeah, I have to reinstate it.
That was part of Farnsey's goals again in his practitioner meeting. Wants to get back to... I swear he does 80 kilos every week, but he reckons, no, I want to get back at doing 80. He did it last week, I reckon.
Yeah,
so I think he just forgets that he can do it.
How strong he is.
Yeah. All right, and then once we're happy with that, we'll sort of move on. We'll speed up a little bit here, but we'll get Ninja to roll over onto his side. We'll go through his lats, get a little bit of a check of his Looney Tune undies while we're here, because when you're getting your shoulder treated, you've got to have your shorts off, just to make sure that we can, in case we need to work down the chain into that sort of lat that attaches down here. It's all relevant, so we're going to wax up the palm, going to grab Ninja's shoulder, make sure he's nice and relaxed. So we want to really target this sort of area here. So we're getting the lat, we'll get a little bit of Terry's chocolate orange, as Aaron would love, and then also a bit of like serratus anterior coming through the front, so we can really hook in, start the shoulder down, so we take the slack out of it, and then we can just slowly start to even open it up, or we can just stay in the one spot and just move with the stroke. So again, it's identifying how you as the client is feeling on the table, whether it feels like it needs to be moved or if you just want to hit it in the one spot for now. Ninja does a lot of pull-ups, so lats are always getting a fair bit of work.
Yeah, a little bit sore from Monday night.
Did you
pull-ups?
Rep out a few?
A few sets.
Nice. How many? What'd you get?
We're doing it in 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off.
A bit of a circuit. Yeah.
Eight exercises. So I did. I tried to get 3 lots of 13. I think I got a 13, 13, and 11.
13 in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
that's bloody quick going, then.
Yeah. Have a bit of a kip.
Have a kip.
A little bit. Not as bad as a CrossFitter, but I'm still...
Bit of assistance on the kip.
The knees come up. I give it a hard yank at the start, get a bit of momentum, try and get the chin to the... chin to the bars, not chest to the bar, I tell you. Matty wouldn't count him.
Matty wouldn't count it. No, he's very harsh critic of the pull-up. But,
yeah, he'd say, haven't done a single pull-up in my life.
Bit harsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
You tell him that when he's your age, mate.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he'll still be doing pull-ups to his chest when he's 53 or 52?
No.
There you go, Matt.
There's a challenge for you.
Ninja will still be around to hold you to it.
Yeah. When you see how fast he can sprint.
When he's 53.
In 25 years.
Jeez, he's pretty quick now.
Yeah.
But you reckon he'll lose it?
If he doesn't keep it up. Use it or lose it. 25 years, what will I be? 78.
4.
Yeah.
Means I'll be
58.
Good maths there for me. Quick maths.
Yeah. What will you be like when you're 58, Jace?
Who knows, Ninja?
Yeah, I reckon you'll still be strong.
Hopefully. I'd like to hope so. Keep it up.
Yeah. We'll have done your 100th High Rocks event.
Well, I've still got to get the second one in there somewhere. So, geez, I'll be proper part of the cult if I've done that many by then.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? How many will you done, Ninja? Do you reckon you'll do one?
Probably still 0.
Yeah, you don't reckon you'll do one?
We might have to set a challenge this year. Eh? Get out and do it.
It'd be pretty cool.
Oh.
Bit of a friendly competition between us all.
Yeah. Would you want to come with me or you want to go with Aaron?
I don't know. I wouldn't really. No, I reckon it'd be pretty even.
Yeah. I'm the liability, so who gets me?
No, I don't reckon
Or would it be
you're
me and Aaron? Or?
I reckon you're pretty, you got a fair bit of dog in your Ninja, so you just keep going. You just be battling through. You pick the exercise that you're better at and save yourself. Just from my knowledge, I'd probably save you on the lunges and give you a bit of a chop out on them. But
I wouldn't like to run too much after lunges. What's the when's the lunges?
Second last.
Second last. Oh yeah.
So you do lunges, then you do your last run, and then you do your wall balls after that.
So you wall ball, you don't do a run after wall ball.
You just do a quick sprint up to the actual platform and finish your time.
So do you start with a 1K run?
Depending on the track, I think they're all a little bit different. It's not quite 1K, or the Melbourne one wasn't quite 1K.
Yeah.
It's sort of like 800 metres, but then you make it up by the transition zone.
Yeah.
So we're still getting in through the lat, a little bit of Terry's now, getting in a bit deeper, just on the lateral border of the scap. So we do a lot of work through the medial border, but this lateral border gets quite tight and nasty, particularly for people that are struggling with this sort of tightness through the armpit region. So if we slowly start to really wrench the arm up, get some length through there, we can really pin some nasty trigger points. Get a good view of Ninja's armpit.
Scrunched up face.
Scrunched up face.
Yeah.
That's what they love.
That's good.
It's nice and slow because you can get some pretty good flicks through this area. But sometimes it's nice to just slowly roll over them. But if you're going really quick and fly over them, it's a pretty uncomfortable spot. So, yeah, right up in there. We want to target.
Oh, yeah. It's good. You can tell it's good. It's an intense ride.
Yeah, oh no, he's lost his mic. He's dropped the World Cup. There you go, Ninja.
Thank you.
He's too distracted thinking about high rocks already. He's like, oh, which exercise? I reckon you'd be good at sleds, wouldn't you, Ninja? You just have a bit of grunt behind you.
Yeah.
Sled push, sled pull.
You like pulling?
I think the pull's a bit easier than the push. I found, yeah. A bit easier to pull than push one out.
Yeah.
No.
That bit there's just
rubbish.
rubbish.
The real one there. We might leave this as the last one. Just Move it around. Oh, there we go, a little flick. So reload, go again. Pin it, move the shoulder up there. See how it feels sitting up there, letting hinge relax. There we go. We're just going to slowly trace it down. So we didn't do it in the video because we did a bit of a sped up session, but after each area we can actually get up and retest and see how it goes. So that way you sort of, again, like I said at the start, you sort of rule out if that helped, if it didn't help. So you're sort of narrowing down what's contributing to your pain and dysfunction. So you can get back and train at your best, or get back and focus on your desk work, or whatever it is that you've got to do that's the pain's limiting you from. So there it is, guys. If you're struggling with some shoulder pain, whether it's in the gym, at work, getting into these muscles under the armpit could be what helps you out. So thanks, guys. Remember, like and subscribe. Follow for more content. We'll see you next time.
Get it done.